And we're going to be doing hamstrings and calves today. So you'll either love me or hate me at the end. And we're going to start by sitting on a block. And today, because we haven't done it in a while, we're going to be sitting in Siddhasana. So you can cross the legs and then place the right foot inside the between the hamstring and the calf. And then if you're able to, you can take the left foot and place it in between the other calf and hamstring, but I'm not able to. And then palms facing down on the thighs, and just wiggle the sit bones into the block and wiggle the waist long. Close the eyes and just drop into the breath. Just notice it this morning and feel a settling of the nervous system and a clearing of the head. And maybe a smoothness of the breath. And then you can change the feet if you only have one foot in Siddhasana. And again, just allow the sit bones to root down into the block and feel the alignment of the seat. And bring the hands together at heart center. Bow your head and dedicate your practice today. And inhale, we'll do an Om. Om. Beautiful. Open the eyes and come off the block. Bring the legs in front for Dandasana. All right, hands behind the hips. Oh, it's very beside the hips. And lift the hips and place the hamstrings and calves back down on the mat. Tilt forward onto the front of the sit bones and then point the toes away from you. And then dorsal flex the feet and point them away. We'll do this 5 times. So pointing and flexing the feet. This just wakes up the hamstrings and the calves, especially for us 6 a.m.ers. One more time, point and dorsal flex. Nice. Cross the shins and roll over onto the knees. And step the right foot forward. And you can roll the mat if you want for the left knee. And we're going to come down onto the fingertips and just exhale into the crescent lunge and then inhale back. So we're just rocking forward with the low crescent lunge, forward and back. This is really early in the class, so we're just keeping it easy here. So you don't have to overextend the leg when you come back. And we're keeping the right foot on the ground, so the toes are not coming up as you go back. And just feel the hamstring opening. Nice. And then come back to knees and step the left foot forward. Hands come to the mat, and you can also use blocks if you want. And exhale forward, inhale back. Exhale forward and inhale back. 3 more times. And really feel the reach forward in the inner thigh, the hips, hamstring, quad. And one last time. Exhale forward and inhale back. Good. And come to all fours. So hands are right underneath the shoulders, knees are right underneath the hips, and engage the core. Bring it sideways so you can see me better. And step the left foot back. the left leg is straight, and you're reaching back with that heel. So extending the calf and the hamstring. And then imagine the femur bone is moving back towards the hamstring. Keep the core engaged. Reach through the heel and reach through the crown of the head. And then bring the left knee down. We'll do the same on the right side. So step the right foot back. Reach through the heel. Femur bone to hamstring. Reach away with the heel. And inhale, come back. We'll do the same on the left again. Reach back with that heel. But don't allow the body to move back as well. So the torso and the crown of the head are moving forward as the heel moves back. And bring the left knee down, step the right foot back. Reach, reach, reach with the heel, and reach forward with the crown of the head. Good. And then come back down, bring the forearms to the mat, and press the inner wrists into the mat. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, step back into a dolphin pose. Breathe, lift the hips and ground the heels. And you can bend the knees if you want here, micro bend them. It's pretty early on in class, so the hamstrings might not be awake completely yet. And exhale, bring the knees down. Cross the shins, come to sit and lay on the back with a strap. All right, so we're going to take that strap around the right foot and reach the foot into the air. Extend the left leg away from you. So you're reaching away with the left leg, trying to move the left foot towards the bottom of the mat, and the calf and the hamstring are pressing down into the mat. And reach up with the right heel. Dorsal flex that right foot so the toes are moving down towards the shin. And breathe into the calf and the hamstring area. And just try to release any of the gripping in the shoulders, the lower back, the hamstring. And then move the toes of the right foot left to right. Feel the different areas of the calf and the hamstring being ignited. And then circle the toes or circle the ankle a few times in each direction. And then come back to center. Take an exhale and pull the leg a little closer to the torso with the strap. Reach up with the heel, down with the toes. Breathe easy. Move the femur bone closer to the hamstring. And release. Take the strap into the the left hand, and place the right hand on the right hip. So we're keeping the whole of the back of the torso pressing down into the mat. So we're just going to move the right leg across the body just so it's in line with the left thigh. So we really want to target that right IT band, it's not a twist here at all. So the smaller movements, the better. And lift up with the right heel, down with the toes. And exhale, lift a little higher with the heel. Breathe easy. And inhale, come back. Take the left foot into the strap. So both feet are in the strap now. Reach up with the heels, down with the toes. Press the shoulder blades into the mat. And reach the crown of the head away from you. So you're lengthening the spine. Heels up, toes down. And take the right leg back down to the mat. Reach the right heel away from you. Again, press the calf and the hamstring into the mat. And extend up through the left heel, toes down. Plug the arms into the shoulder sockets. So the weight of the arms are rooting down into the shoulders. And again, heel up, toes down. It's really easy to lose that because it's quite a challenge. And exhale, draw the leg towards the torso. And again, reach up with the heels, down with the toes. And feel that extra stretch on the hamstring, back of the knee, calf, all of the things. Looks good. And reach just a touch higher with the heel. And release. And take the strap into the right hand to left hip. Remember to keep the torso pressing down into the mat. And exhale, the left leg just across the right leg. So maybe the foot is in line with the thigh or just beyond the thigh. And these are small movements that make all the difference. Reach up with the heel, down with the toes. And then angle the toes down just a touch more. Breathe into the IT band area, the outside of the thigh. Exhale, reach up with the heels. And as you reach up with the heels, you might be able to feel that on the back of the calf, a little bit more, the Achilles, the back of the knee. And inhale, come back to center and release the foot. Woo. Bend the knees, place the feet on the ground. And walk the heels a little bit closer to the bum. Bend the elbows and point the fingers up to the ceiling. And we're going to move into a bridge pose by reaching the knees away from us. So we're moving the knees in the opposite direction. So take an inhale and exhale. Move the knees away and lift the hips. So the hips are in line with the knees and the chest. Press down with the triceps. And exhale, lift the right leg. So reaching the right leg straight into the air. Keep the hips lifted. And inhale, place the right foot down. Exhale, lift the left leg. Reach, reach, reach with the heel. And down. Exhale, lift the right leg. Core is engaged. Hamstring is engaged. And inhale, down. Exhale, lift the left leg. Breathe easy. Press into the triceps and all four corners of the right foot. Inhale, down. We'll do one more on each side. Exhale, lift the right leg. Reach up with the heel. Press into the triceps and down. And exhale, lift the left leg. Keep the hips aligned, both pointing up towards the ceiling and the hips lifted. And down. And exhale, roll the spine down. Nice. Cross the shins. And roll to sit. And then roll through to stand. Good. So we're going to be standing in Tadasana, top of the mat. All 10 toes pointing forward. Pelvis neutral, belly button to spine. Roll the shoulders, firm them down. Inhale the arms up. Reach. Exhale, swan dive forward in Uttanasana. So you can bend the knees here if you want, or pedal out the knees. Release any tension in the back of the neck. Fingertips to the mat or fingertips on a block. So we'll bending each knee alternately. That just helps you to feel the extra stretch in the top of the hamstring. And then exhale, place the hands flat on the mat and reach back with the left foot for runner's lunge. So we're up on the fingertips now. Reach back with the left heel. Belly button to spine. Reach forward with the crown of the head. And then take the hands to the hips and exhale, draw the torso up for high lunge. Nice, so that back leg stays engaged. Reach back with the left heel. Heavy the tailbone. Reach with the crown of the head. And exhale the hands to the mat. Step the left foot forward and the right foot back. So reach back with the right heel. Forward with the crown of the head, belly button to spine. Draw the femur bone, the thigh bone, towards the hamstring. And that helps you to engage that back leg. Hands to the hips. Exhale, draw the torso up. And keep the back leg straight. So draw the femur bone towards the hamstring a little bit more. Belly button to spine. Looks good. And exhale the hands to the mat. Step the right foot forward. Hands to shins, look forward. Reach the hips back. Reach the crown of the head forward. And exhale, Uttanasana. Hands to opposite elbows. And just rock side to side. Nice. Take the hands to the hips. Inhale, Tadasana. Good. Walk the feet towards each other. So the feet are touching, calves, hamstrings are all touching. Or inner thighs, sorry. Inhale the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So reach forward with the fingertips. Reach the hips back. Sit those hips back just like you're sitting in a chair. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Press down into the heels and lift the sit bones. So you can feel the length in the backs of the legs. And release any tension at the back of the neck, so you're looking towards the hamstrings. Towards the quads. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, step back into plank pose. Knees come to the mat. Exhale, sit back onto the heels. Inhale, chin and chest, pull forward. Up dog and down dog. Pedal out the feet here. So pressing forward with the hands, lifting the hips, and grounding each foot, each heel. Inhale the right leg into the air, and exhale, step it forward. Left knee comes to the mat. Take both hands inside the right foot and angle the toe to, let's say, 2 o'clock. So it's towards the diagonal of the mat. So the toes and the knee are both at 2 o'clock. And we're either on the hands, on the mat, or on a block, whichever feels good. Lift the hips, lift the chest. Reach back with the tailbone and lift with the crown of the head. Belly button to spine. Take the hands to the mat if you're on a block. Step back to plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal out the feet again. Inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Right knee goes to the mat. Toes and knee are at 2 o'clock, 45 degrees. And again, you can be on the hands on the mat or on a block. And just let that left knee open out to the side. So try to release any of the gripping. When the hip is trying to open, we tend to grip because it's a challenge. So just try to breathe into the area. Notice where you might be gripping. Maybe you're not gripping, but if you are, you can notice it and then breathe into that area. And take the hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, pedal out the feet. And walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, Uttanasana. Walk the feet back towards each other. So calves, thighs, feet are touching. And inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit back into the hips. Imagine you're sitting into a chair. Inner thighs are pressing towards each other. Calves are pressing into each other. And exhale, Tadasana. Beautiful. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive forward. Uttanasana. Hands to the fingertips to the mat or hands to the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg into the air. And exhale, step it forward. Ground to the back heel and come to stand. So we're standing with two straight legs. Move the back toes, the left toes in 15 degrees. And the right toes are pointing towards the top of the mat. Take a block at its highest height on the outside of the right foot, the right ankle. Press through the back heel, the outside of the back heel. And exhale, take the right hand to the block. Left hand is on the hip. And angle that left hip down towards the ground. Nice. Keep pressing through the back leg. Femur bone to hamstring. And then take the left hand and swipe the collarbones open and reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. Look up at the hand. And the block is just here for balance. So we're not collapsing into the block. And bend the right knee. Exhale, take the hands to the mat. Plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just breathe here for a second. And inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, step it forward. Ground the back heel and come to stand. Turn the right toes in 15 degrees. And there's a line between the two heels. So you're on the same line. Press into the outside of the back heel. And exhale, take the hand to the block, which is just outside the right ankle. So the arm is just going straight down to the block. It's not in front, not behind, but straight down from the shoulder. And then swipe the collarbones open and reach up with the right hand. Keep pressing down into the back heel. Reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. And take the hand to the right hip. Bend the left knee. Exhale, swing the arms around to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Pedal out the feet. Nice. Take the breath. And Caroline, just move the hands a tiny bit closer. Yeah, so they're right in line with the shoulders. And same with you, Mum. And Mum, just angle the fingers out to the side and move the inner elbow towards the front of the mat. Good. That just helps to straighten the arms. And you can exhale, either walk or jump the feet towards the hands. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, Uttanasana. And everybody take a block at the medium height, place the hands on it, and step the right foot around to the outside of the left foot. So the pinky toes are both close to each other. And lift up through the sit bones. Release any tension in the back of the neck. So you're looking back towards the knees or the quads. Lift the sit bones a little more. And inhale the right foot back around. And exhale the left foot to outside the right foot. And just move the block along so that it's right underneath the shoulders still. And then it's almost like you're tilting the pelvis into the cow of cat-cow. So imagine tilting that pelvis and lifting the sit bones. Just feel that extra stretch right in the top of the hamstring. Release the neck. And inhale the left foot back around. Take your hands off the block. Let the head hang, the hands hang. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And then sit back in chair pose. Sit back into the hips. And inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Beautiful. Okay, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana again. Exhale, Swan Dive Forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Reach back with the heels. Femur bone towards the hamstring. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And take the right toes behind the left heel. So the big toe is on the outside of the left heel, the other toes are on the inside. Just hook that heel and use the weight of the right foot and the right leg to ground the left heel. And breathe easy. And then again, tilt the pelvis like you're in the cow of cat-cow. And get that extra top of the hamstring stretch. Press forward into the hands and firm the shoulder blades. Try to release any of the gripping in the hamstring or the calf. And take the right foot back down and pedal out the feet for a moment. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So hook the right heel with the left toes. Ground that heel. Press back into the shoulder blades. Feel the length along the back of the leg. And then tilt the pelvis. So you're lifting the sit bones up to the sky. Ooh, it's intense. And set the left foot down, pedal out the feet. Inhale the right leg. Exhale, step it forward and come to stand. Ground the back heel. Step the left foot over to the left. So each leg has its own lane now. And the back toes are at 45 degrees. I'm going to angle the torso towards the front leg. It's not going to be completely because our hips are in the way. So press down through the outside of the back heel. So this back leg is going to remain straight. Imagine the tailbone is moving down the back leg. So it's rooting that heel into the ground. Move the femur bone. You can even put your hand there, it might help. Move the femur bone back towards the hamstring. So that back leg is totally engaged. And we're just going to bend the right knee as much as you can while maintaining the strength of this back leg. So maybe it's all the way to 90 degrees and maybe it's just slightly bent. And then inhale the arms up for warrior one. And look forward. Keep rooting the back heel down. Femur bone to hamstring. And exhale the hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Reach back with the heels. Belly button to spine. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just take a moment. And inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, step it forward. Ground the back foot. Step it over to the right and turn the toes in 45 degrees. And then look back at the back heel and see the outside just below the ankle bone. That's where we're rooting into the ground. So it might feel like that ankle is stretching, but that's okay. We're lifting up the arch of the foot. And then take the right hand to the quad and move the femur bone back towards the hamstring. So you can feel that back leg is now totally engaged. Take the hands to the hips and just move the torso towards the front leg. And even as you do that, you can feel that back leg wanting to bend. So keep rooting the heel down, the femur bone towards the hamstring. And then exhale, bend the left knee any amount towards 90 degrees. Keep that back leg strong, straight, and engaged. And then inhale the arms up for warrior one. Keep pressing down into the back heel. And exhale, hands to the mat. Plank pose. Belly button all the way to the spine. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And look forward to the hands. Exhale, either jump or step the feet forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, Uttanasana. And if you have a block or a blanket close by, you can just bring the blanket or the block towards the toes and take the toes on top of the block. Can't see my toes. At its lowest height, obviously. Should have mentioned that. So block, bolster, pillow, blanket, whatever. Just take the block under the toes for the extra calf stretch. And release the head. And micro bend the knees if you need to. You could also take another block under the hands, probably the medium or highest height. And then if your knees are bent, you could just work towards straightening them. And then tuck the pelvis, like in the cow of cat-cow, and lift the sit bones. And take the block away. Bring the toes back down. Ooh, move the feet together. Sit back in chair pose. Okay, and then we're going to come onto the toes in chair pose. So keep sitting back. So you're keeping the knees behind the toes, even though you're on your toes. They are going to go a little bit further forward, but try not to move them too far forward. So reach up with the fingers, back with the hips. Come just a touch higher. And keeping on the toes, exhale, Urdhva Hastasana. And inhale, Tadasana. Nice. Okay, shake it out a little bit. Done a lot of calf and hamstring work. All right, so standing in Tadasana, hands on the hips. Just going to step the left foot back, probably about a foot. And then press back into the back heel. Keep the chest lifted. Reach through the crown of the head. And just feel that calf stretch. So root down with the heel, lift with the crown of the head. Tailbone is grounding down that back leg. And then inhale, step forward. Do the same on the other side. Step the right foot back about a foot. And press down into the heel. Lift with the crown of the head. Root down with the tailbone. So the tailbone is reaching down the back leg. And step forward. Shake it out. And come back to Tadasana. Feet right underneath the hips. Toes pointing forward. Femur bone is moving back towards the hamstring. Belly button to spine. Inhale the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. And bend each knee alternately. Look back towards the thighs. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, step back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, so the elbows are brushing the ribs. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And inhale the right leg into the air. And then take the bum as close to, sorry, the heel as close to the bum as you can. So it feels like the hamstring is almost cramping. So just bring the heel even closer, and then reach it back out. And exhale, step the right foot forward, ground the back foot. And then we're going to take 2 blocks right at the highest height on either side of the right foot. And then step the left foot out to the left, so each leg has its own lane, and that's at 45 degrees. So about 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something like that. All right, so again, press down through the outside of the back heel. Move the femur bone back towards the hamstring. Hands are on the thighs, torso facing towards the front leg. Tailbone moves down the back leg. And then exhale, hinge forward, the right leg is staying straight. Hinge forward over the front leg. Keep reaching the crown of the head away from you. And then exhale, take the hands to the blocks, either medium, lowest, highest height, or you can take your hands to the floor. Root down through the outside of the back heel. And we're going to stay here for 30 seconds. Okay, so just breathe into the hamstrings, the calves. Most of the weight should be in the back leg. So if you feel the weight in the front leg, just angle the hips back and shift the weight to the back leg. Release the tension in the back of the neck. Breathe easy. And bend the front leg and come to stand. Parallel the feet. And just walk them out a little bit so that you are at about 3.5 feet. And the feet are parallel, so all 10 toes are pointing to the edges of the mat, or the edge of the mat. Hands to the hips. Weight is in the heels. So the tailbone is rooting down both of the legs. Belly button to spine. Reach the crown of the head. We're going to exhale forward into Prasarita Padottanasana. Keep reaching the hips back, crown of the head forward. So we've still got a long spine here. No rounding of the spine yet. Yeah. Lift the sit bones, press down into the heels. And then exhale, take the hands to the floor right underneath the shoulders and round the spine and drop the head. So we're rounding the spine from the base of the spine, the lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck. And then you can walk the hands back so they're in line with the feet. Keep the weight in the heels so you can lift the toes almost. Crown of the head is pulling down towards the mat. And you can imagine all the stress and anxiety in your life just draining out the crown of the head. Feel the strength in the calves and the hamstrings. I'm going to be here for 30 more seconds. If you need to micro bend the knees, that's okay. Yeah, lift up through the hips. So again, tilt that pelvis like in cow. And bend the knees, hands to hips. Slowly come up. Good. And then heel toe the feet together just a little bit. Turn the right toes in, left toes out, and step the right foot over to the right. And we're going to take those blocks on either side of the left ankle, either medium or highest height. And root down through the back heel, the outside of the back heel, so you can feel the arch of the foot lift. Femur bone to hamstring. So this back leg is totally engaged right now. Tailbone roots down the back leg, belly button to spine. Torso is towards the front leg, and exhale, hinge forward over the front leg with a nice long spine. Keep reaching forward. Keep the weight in the back of the leg, in the back leg. And then exhale, take the hands to the blocks of the mat. Round the spine, nose comes towards the knee. Keep pressing into the outside back heel. Lift the hips a little. Breathe easy. Bend the left knee a little. Take the hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Reach the heels back. And then when we do Chaturanga Dandasana, the elbows are going to pin to the ribs. They're not going out to the side, they're going backwards. Okay, so exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, tops of the feet. Exhale, down dog. Pedal out the feet. Look forward to the hands. Exhale, jump or step the feet forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Take the 2 fingers around the big toe for Yogi Toe Lock. And draw the hamstrings long. Draw the calves long. Release the crown of the head to the mat. And release the toes. Inhale, Tadasana. Good. Okay, move the feet together. So calves, thighs, they're all pressing together. Move the femur bone back towards the hamstrings. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach. Exhale, Utkatasana. Sit back in the hips. Knees are way behind the toes. Exhale, Uttanasana. Fingertips to the mat. Lift the sit bones. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back to plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Pedal out the feet. Inhale the right leg into the air. Exhale, step it forward. And come to stand. I'm going to take a block at its highest height on the outside of the right ankle. Again, press down through the outside back heel. Femur bone to hamstring. There's a line between the two heels. Take the hands to the hips. Press down through that back heel. And then exhale, swim the left arm around to the block. The block is at the medium or highest height. And then pause here for a moment. Keep reaching through the back heel. The back leg is engaged. And then exhale, open the chest out towards the right. And if it's available to you, you can take the right arm up towards the ceiling and look up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing through the back heel, femur bone to hamstring. The back leg is straight, not bent. And inhale, right hand to right hip, left hand to left hip, bend the right knee and come to stand. Parallel the feet and angle the toes out to the side. So it's like ballet position, I guess. Bring the hands to heart center. And then exhale, slide down the wall. So the pelvis is tucked under. So imagine there's a wall behind you, so you cannot stick your bum out behind. You just got to slide down the wall. And the knees are moving towards the third toe. And then lift the toes. We're going to pulse 10 times. So lift and release, lift and release, lift and release, lift, release, lift, release, halfway there, lift, release, lift, release, keep the knees back, lift, release, lift, release, lift, last time, we're going to hold for 10. Okay, so keep the knees in line with the toe, third toe, breathe easy, even if you're shaking, especially if you're shaking, breathe easy, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, heels down, and inhale, come to stand. Nice. Okay, turn the right toes in 45 degrees, 15 degrees, left toes out 90 degrees to the back of the mat. And the heels are in line with each other. Take a block to at its highest height outside the left ankle. Root down through the outside back heel, femur bone to hamstring. Exhale, take the right arm and swim it around to the block for revolved triangle. Keep pressing down through the outside of the back heel, femur bone to hamstring. Exhale, open the chest out towards the left. And if it's available to you, you can reach the left arm up and look up towards the left hand. Hollow out the belly, so there's no gripping in the belly. Move the femur bone towards the hamstring again. Reach up with the left fingers. And take the left hand to the left hip, right hand to right hip, bend the left knee. Take the hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Pedal out the feet. And exhale, take the knees to the mat and come to sit on your bum with the legs out front. Good. Whew. So your hamstrings might be feeling a little bit more open than at the beginning. Take the hands to either side of the hips, lift the hips, and imprint the hamstrings and the calves onto the mat. Reach forward with the heels, bend the right knee. You can take a block on the outside of the right hip, press down into that block. Inhale the left arm up, reach, 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 and then exhale, hug the right knee and turn to look over the back shoulder. So keep extending with the left heel. Breathe easy. And inhale, come back to center. Open out the right knee out to the side. Press the right foot into the left thigh and the left thigh back into the foot. If you have a strap close by, you can take it around the left foot. Reach up through the crown of the head. Heavy the tailbone, tilt forward onto the front of the sit bones. And exhale, hinge forward with a long spine. Keep reaching. We're just using the strap for balance here. We're not pulling into the pose, just for balance. So we're just doing as much as you would be able to without the strap. And then exhale, round the spine, release the neck, release the head. And imagine the spine is rounding from the lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck. So exhale and release the nose down towards the knee. And inhale, back up, reach the right leg forward, release the strap, bend the left knee, take a block if you'd like on the outside of the left hip. Press down into the left foot. Inhale the right arm, reach, 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 and exhale, hug the left knee and turn to look over the back shoulder. Reach forward with the heel. And inhale, come back to center. Open the left knee out to the side. Press the foot into the thigh and vice versa. Take the strap around the right foot. Lift with the crown of the head, belly button to spine. And exhale, hinge forward. So the chest is staying lifted. The hips are moving back. And then exhale, bend the spine, flex the spine, and release the nose towards the knee. Keep extending with the right heel, so the calf and the hamstring are pressing into the mat. And inhale, come to sit. Take the left leg in front, reach forward. And then we're going to take a block and place it at its highest height in front of the feet. Okay, so reach up with the crown of the head. And then exhale, walk the hands down the legs any amount. Keep reaching. And then exhale. If you're able to, you can keep your hands on the shins, take them to the feet, or take them to the block beyond. And if your hands are on the blocks, push the feet into the block and the block back into the feet. Release the head, release the neck. Nose moves down towards the knees. And extend those heels away from you. Take a nice exhale, because this is intense no matter which level you're at. And if it's not intense, then you need to move to the next level. Sit back with the hips. And inhale, walk the hands back up the shins and come to sit. Good. Cross the shins and roll back so you're on your back. And keep a block close by. And place the feet down, lift the hips, and place the block at its lowest height underneath the sacrum. So the sacrum is not the lower back, it is the triangle piece of bone right at the base of the spine. So the block is mostly on your bum right now and slightly on the lower back. And just feel the sacrum pressing into the block. And just do a little bit of cat-cow with the pelvis. So the block is going to the top of the sacrum and pressing into the bottom of the sacrum alternately. Nice. And then just come to the center and allow the sacrum to press down into the block, neutralizing the spine. And then inhale, lift the hips, place the block at its medium height underneath the sacrum. And this is where you'll feel if it's at the right part of the sacrum, because otherwise it'll be wobbly. And then walk the heels back towards the block and come up onto the toes. And walk the heels a little bit closer. So you're right on the toes now. Engage the core, lift the left knee and the right knee to 90 degrees. And we're just going to stay here at 90 degrees. And press the sacrum into the block. Release any gripping in the belly. Flex the feet so the heels are moving away from you. And belly button to spine. Exhale the right leg down and the left leg down. Lift the hips, take the spine back down to the ground. And cross the shins. And we're going to do a Supta Sukhasana. So laying down cross-legged. I'm going to start with the right leg in front. Hands come to the belly. Close the eyes. And just settle into the breath again. Just take this last minute to focus on the breath and the body and the nervous system before you restart the day. Just take this time for you. And then take the left leg in front and settle the sacrum back into the mat again. Okay, and draw the knees towards each other and roll over onto the right side. Use your arm as a pillow. And press the left hand into the mat. Come to sit in any comfortable position. Okay, bring the hands together at heart center. Thanks for lengthening with me this morning, ladies. Namaste.